Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? My name is Connor, and today I'm here for the Combat Update 1.9 Minecraft. Oh my goodness, we have been waiting so long for this update. The last time I did one of these update videos was well over a year ago when I did 1.8. 1.8, my most popular video to this day. It's been well over a year since the last official full release update. It is now February 29th, the day that this has been released, and oh man, it couldn't have come at a better time. On a leap year, once every 4 years this day comes around, and now we have 1.9. So in this little update, I'm going to pretty much go through everything that has been in here. We're going to go through the end, all the major updates that has come with this. The combat update is here. So the main thing that has been done, there is now a combat overhaul. So look at this. You can no longer spam click. You can no longer spam click because if you watch right around my cursor, you can see there is a little bit of a warm-up bar. And how you get this to display, you go into video settings and you can either choose to have it as a crosshair on your hotbar or none at all. I don't suggest none at all. I play with the crosshair, but if you prefer the hotbar, then by all means, you'll see it's in the bottom right hand corner right beside our little like scroll thingy there. I forget what that's called. But yeah, as you can see, if you spam click, it's not going to be as effective. So let's test this out on the giant slime. So the difference between waiting for it to be in full hit, so here's full hit at a time, 2, 3, okay. So 3 hits for the big guy. Now watch if we spam click, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Like, see how much longer that takes? If you're spam clicking, this is not going to kill him very easily. Look at that. Not super easy. If we test this out on a big guy, remember it was 3 hits. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits. It's double. So you do not want to spam click anymore. It cuts your attack down in half. So remember that. No spam clicking. No more spam clicking. And that is huge. Then you can also block with the shield. You can no longer block with the sword. Now, speaking of the shield, how you make it is basically you get this little shield by doing this right here with any type of wood with an iron on the top. And now you can block with the shield. But, Connor, how do you dual wield, are you asking? Well, you simply press F, and whatever you press F goes into your offhand there. And it basically, if you have food in your offhand, it's secondary. So if you happen to have a right-click action with something in your main hand, then you will not eat. So for prime example, if we happen to have that with some food, let's get some chicken. Boom. So let's get some chicken like that. And we throw this chicken into our offhand. Well, when we hold right click, it's going to be using our shield first. But if we happen to switch it around, that's not actually a good example because we can't use food in creative. You get what I mean though. It will not use up, it will not be your primary right click anymore. So yeah, that's how you get those. So let's get that out of there. Now on to the next thing. So you can see that there's our little Corus Fruit tree right there. Pretty cool. And that is made by these flowers. So pretty much if you put these flowers on any end stone, it'll give you your Corus Fruit tree. Pretty cool stuff. Now, what do we got over here? We were gonna show, right, the Corus Fruit. So how do you get that Corus Fruit? So if you do this, boom, gives you Corus Fruit, right? Pretty cool. You stack this up, boom, like that. And then, what is this used for? Well, it can be used for one of two things. You can either eat it, and it will randomly teleport you like an Enderman, and it will heal yourself. You'll heal your hunger just a little bit as well. Or you can do what most builders are going to do. Throw it in a furnace, like that, and put some coal into it. And after this thing cooks, you watch, it'll cook. It cooks just a little bit more. And it will give you this popped Corus Fruit. Now, what do you do with this popped Corus Fruit, you may ask? Well, basically, as you can see, it gives you that. And you can do 3 things with it. You can create Purpur block, Purpur stairs, and Purpur slab. So these are the new building blocks that are in 1.9, and they're kind of like the major ones, and they're pretty cool looking blocks if you ask me. Look at that. It's almost like right out of a texture pack or like a mod pack. I never thought I'd see a block like this, but it is pretty cool if you ask me. Some very cool stuff can be done with this. I can't wait to see what people do with quartz, what they do with sandstone. It's going to look great. Maybe even the end stone, possibly. Anyways, the next things that I want to show you is all the new arrows into the game. So, right here, look at all these arrows. Very, very cool. So many arrows that I'm not even going to go through how you craft them. Basically, you gotta look them up, these crafting recipes. But look at all the new arrows that are in here. Holy cow. So many new arrows. So with all these new arrows, you got to have a way to designate the arrows. So let's say we choose a spectral arrow, and let's get our bow. So right here, our bow. Boom, like this, and see if we can we'll get a stack of that. There we go. So if we wanted to only shoot these spectral arrows and no other arrows in our inventory, so let's get some more just to prove this works. Basically, you're going to want to throw your spectral arrow in your offhand slot like this. So see how that's in there? And that way it takes priority shooting the spectral arrow. See that? And what the spectral arrow does is it does these little outlines of your target. So I can think this will be very handy in like all the survival games and all stuff like that. Let's toggle our downfall. So yeah, some pretty cool stuff now with all the new arrows. I think this is going to be great to see. Like, look at that. That's so cool to see the outline. You can see your target from a long ways away. It'll help you. It'll be pretty cool. It's going to change the way that you play Minecraft for all these combat-based people and all that. Moving on to the next thing, now we've got a new type of plant. So the new plant is called beetroot. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. And basically this is what it looks like when it's in the ground. You harvest it. Well, it's not going to work in creative, but it'll give you these beetroots right here. Now, you can either eat these beetroots by themselves, which are not going to be very tasty, you know. It's like an actual root or a beet or whatever you want to call it. But if you put 6 of them like this, and you put it into a bowl, it'll give you a delicious beetroot soup. I highly suggest eating it. It's very tasty. Very, very tasty. The next thing that we're going to talk about is the Dragon's Breath and what it does in this game. So, as some of you may know, or you may not know, and you may be watching me to try and figure out what this whole 1.9 update is about, but the Ender Dragon has been overhauled. And so now it'll shoot out what's called Dragon Fire, right? Yeah, or Dragon's Breath. It'll shoot out some Dragon's Breath, and you can capture this by using an empty glass bottle. And what this is used, once you get it like this, it can stack up to 64, and you can mix it with, I don't have the chest. So basically what you do, you mix the two together, you put that in there, so your splash potion of healing with your Dragon's Breath, and after a bit of time, you get a lingering potion of healing, which is pretty cool. Now, what this is, it's like a splash potion, but like the name suggests, it lingers, so anybody in here will be healed, and it will go away, the particles will disappear after a little bit, but it is pretty cool. It will do some healing over time. It's pretty cool. And that works with any single potion, any single splash potion. So if you look, lingering potion, they're all in here. So very cool. All you got to do is brew the Dragon's Breath with whatever splash potion you have in there. And of course the new blaze powder. And then you're good to go. Now, probably the coolest thing that is out there in this whole release is called the Elytra. And the Elytra pretty much is wings in Minecraft. So let's pop these babies on and see what we can do. It looks like a cape, and basically we're flying up, and we're going to fall, and we hold spacebar, and guess what? We glide. We glide. Look at this, and we can fly. We can fly and glide for a good amount of time. How cool is that? One more time, just to show. Boom. Look at that. How cool is that? Very cool. We are gliding away. Very cool stuff. Very, very neat. And these things are found in the end, which I will demonstrate how we find those once we get to them in due time. So hold on and make sure you watch all the way to the end of the video if you want to figure out how to find a lot of these items. So one of the last crafting things that we have for today is what is called I can't remember the name, the End Crystal. The End Crystal is one of the coolest things. So those things that are on top of the End Dragon, like, you know, when you go to fight the End Dragon battle, there's all those big obsidian pillars, and on top of them are these End Crystals. Now you can craft them, which is pretty cool, and simply you do that with an Eye of Ender, a ghast tear, and glass all the way around it, which is pretty cool. You craft it like that, and it does that, but, of course, like the actual real End Crystals, they will explode. So don't hit them with anything, otherwise you're really going to regret it. And what is in here? Oh, there's the splash potions. Did have it all set up. I thought I did. I thought I had it all set up. Okay, so moving on to enchantments. Now, if we can get these things out of here, because these are no longer needed. So we got 2 new enchantments, which are called treasure enchantments. And these treasure enchantments are, the first one is called Frostwalker, and these can be thrown on your boots. Now, this is very cool. Watch this. You throw on Frostwalker, so Frostwalker 1 obviously has a smaller radius. Boom. Look at that. You're walking over water like nothing's happening. What? And guess what? It's going to melt soon after. So you got a split second or a few seconds to walk over water, and that will freeze it over. But if we throw Frostwalker 2 on, it makes it a lot longer and gives us a lot more time to walk over. Pretty cool, and then of course it will melt away as well. Very cool stuff, this Frostwalker. I can't wait to actually use this myself. Now, one thing you can't do is you can't run and jump. Okay, so no more speed hopping. Look at that. Look at that. You can't speed hop. Get out of here, slimes. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go. You can go. Alright, so before we head to the end, we got 2 more things. Right here, this is Mending. Mending is a very cool enchantment. So what Mending does is you can throw it on any tool, any armor. So say if we want to throw it on a chest piece. Alright, so your diamond chest plate. You love your diamond chest plate. You have so much enchantments on it and you don't ever want to lose it. Well, now you don't have to. Basically throw Mending on it, and what this does, anytime you get experience, it heals your chest plate. It heals whatever anything has Mending on it. So the experience you get from the game will soon drain into your armor, drain into your tools, your sword, whatever, and it will keep it from breaking. Very, very cool. You can also throw up Mending on your Elytra, because the Elytra breaks very quick. So if you've got experience, guess what? Your Elytra's not going to break on you, and you can fly forever. Forever! Very cool. Very cool stuff. But Mending is not easy to get. You have to find it in dungeons or in random loot chests. Very difficult to find. Very difficult enchantment. You can also get it from fishing, which is pretty cool. So, now let's go on to the last thing before we head on to the end, and that is the new grass path. So, this is a very cool, simple addition to the game, but I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. All you do is you right-click with a shovel, and it gives you this kind of brownish dirt type of pathway that is just slightly lower than other blocks, which is very cool. A lot of people will like this. Now, this is a harvestable, is that a word? Sure, we'll make it a word. You can't harvest this block, so you can't use Silk Touch on it. If you do, it goes to a dirt block, just like most blocks. You can't harvest like that, those frost blocks that you walk over the water with either. Okay, so we might as well head to the end and show you what is new in there. Alright, so welcome to the end, everybody. It looks pretty much like everything that you've seen so far. The Ender Dragon is a little bit more powerful now, so let's see if we can get a shot off on it. Now, I'm using the spectral arrows. I'm not sure how well they work in this, but basically, to show you the next part in the end, I got to destroy all these. So I'm going to defeat the Ender Dragon. Oh yeah, also a new thing. Some of them have these iron bars around here. So, there you go. As you can see, you're going to have to climb up. You're going to have to destroy these things. Can you go through? No, you can't shoot through. Boom. Cool. Cool. Alright, let me destroy this Ender Dragon. I'll show you the final part. Alright, so every once in a while, you're also going to find these little particles, and that is the dragon breath that you want to use your empty glass bottle on to get the dragon breath that we discussed earlier. He will also do this new technique where he just sits here, and he's gonna sit on his nest, and he's gonna be a spot where you can actually use your sword on him to make this fight a little bit easier. Pretty cool stuff. Let me destroy him, and I'll show you the rest. Okay, so as you can see, when you kill the dragon right here, this happens right here, like always, and I happen to kill it right above its nest, so I'm not sure if all the XP is gonna go into its end portal, but look at that. So the end portal does open like that. But what is very cool, a very cool addition to this game, so on top of all the experience that you get, the dragon the dragon egg that you get, what opens is somewhere around the outside is there's going to be this little portal right here that if you ender pearl through, it takes you to all these islands on the outside. So to access these islands, basically what has to happen is you have to defeat the Ender Dragon. Now, it is possible to access these outside islands, but you gotta go a very long ways outside of the Ender Dragon, and it's just easier to actually kill him. Otherwise, you're going to be using a lot of blocks to get to these islands. Very cool though, and this is where you're going to get all your Corus Tree fruits. You're going to get your little what are they called again? It will spawn these end cities that have the Elytra in them. It has a whole bunch, but they are very, very rare to come around. So you're going to be spending a long time looking around in the end to see if you can finally come across that elusive city. Let's see if we can find one for you guys, and then we'll end this little update right there. Finally, so after about 20 minutes of searching around, and that's with the ability to fly, so that shows how rare these things are, we finally found one of these Ender cities. So I'm going to take you a quick little walk through it, basically what each thing will entitle, or which will come with. So basically the entrance is down at the bottom here, and this is a very small one. I've actually seen a lot bigger ones. And you go through it like this, and these things right here get difficult. So you're going to spiral up the whole way, if you can. You're going to spiral up the whole way, and then you gotta somehow survive all these Elytra that are going to be shooting at you. There's this one right here, and then you gotta find where the bridge is. So the bridge was over here, so we missed it just by one level. So you'd exit right here, walk across, boom, walk up this, well dodging all the Elytra, or the Elytra, whatever, these shulkers. I keep calling them Elytras, but these shulkers keep shooting at you. As you go up right here, once again, you're going to go all the way up until you get to here. Then you're going to walk across all this. Boom. And you're going to go up this again. This is actually a very small one. There's no loot in this one, which is crazy. Then you're going to go up this building up here. Oh, man, if I can get going straight, that'd be nice. And we're going to exit right here. And this is where the fun part is. So after all that traveling, look at that far, far, far drop down. You're going to want to shoot up here and hope that you make it. Look at that. I made it right there. And basically there's a shulker right here that's going to shoot at you. And there is a drop down right here. Now this is the way that you're going to want to go. You're basically going to get the option to get a potion of healing and a brewing stand if there you want it. Then there's not normally Endermen right there, but I guess they can spawn in. There's going to be a shulker right here guarding your Elytra. And if I can't get rid of this little thing. Boom. Boom. Come on. There you go. And he's going to get out of here. We're going to get rid of this guy as well before we grab that and what's in the loot chest right there. So you grab that obviously by right-clicking it. Or by left-clicking it, sorry. It would go into your inventory. And then here is the type of loot you can get. So a whole bunch of diamonds. That's actually very good loot. Protection 3, Unbreaking 3, leggings, some other stuff right there. And then in this chest, yeah, so there's your beetroot seeds. There's your mending on your shovels and stuff like that. So it's not the greatest loot, but it's pretty cool. I've gotten some pretty good loot on the Chaos Craft server. By the way, if you're new to the channel, be sure to check out my Chaos Craft series as well. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Anyways, though, guys, I hope you enjoyed this 1.9 review. It took a little bit to put together, so please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to me if you have not yet. I'm having trouble talking for some reason right now. Not too sure why. But anyways, hope you enjoyed, and I will be sure to see you guys next time.
It's burning the ground!
I died.
Oh my god!
We're gonna
This
die.
is the best!
I died.
Oh my god, that did so much better.
Sai's dead.
Sai's dead?
Okay. Yeah, I died. Somebody
Anyone-
look at my stuff.
Did anyone bring any water?
I brought it back.
Pick it up on the ground.
Everyone's mad at yield. Everyone's dying.
Abort mission!
I'm just sitting here grabbing.
Oh, I got 2 dragon breath.
I
That's
can
sweet.
sleep in the bed.